Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are discussing the next topic, that is the hydrogen halide in the representative element 2. As you know that the hydrogen halide decomposes to H plus and Cl minus ion. So due to this decomposition, they are act as an acid in the solution. So now we are comparing the acidic strength of the hydrogen halide. The HF is a weak acid. We are expecting HF is a strong acid, but actually the situation is reverse. The HF is a weak acid and HCl is a slightly more acidic than HF, and HBr is more acidic than HCl and HF, and HI is the strongest acid. So this is mainly due to the three reasons. First reason is as the ionization character of the hydrogen halide increases, normally the acidic strength is also increases. So from this table we can see that the dissociation or ionization of the hydrogen halide is maximum in HI. That's why the HI is a strongest acid. So first reason is the maximum ionization. The second point is the polarity. This is the polarity order. The polarity means it is the measure of the extent to which the bonding electron are shared between the two atoms in a covalent bond. So due to the electronegativity difference, electronegativity is high for the fluorine, then chlorine, then bromine. Electronegativity difference, most electronegative atom is the fluorine, then electronegativity decrease from top to bottom. So as the electronegativity decreases, the polarity is also decreases. So the HF is the most polar bond and HI is the weak polar bond existing in the HI. So the second point for the strong acidity of the HI is the polarity. Polarity is very weak in HI. Next is the bond dissociation energy. The bond dissociation energy is least in the case of HI. So the very little amount of energy is required for the decomposition of the HI. So the HI is a strongest acid. And one more point, when we compare the size of the p orbital of the fluorine to iodine, as the size of the atom increases, the size of the p orbital is also increases. So the overlapping of the hydrogen and the p orbital is very less in hydrogen iodide. So we can easily dissociate this bond. So these are the reason for the why this molecule HI is the strongest acid. So first is the ionization is very high in the case of HI. Second is the bond polarity, it is very least. It is least in HI. And the third one is the bond dissociation energy is very less. And the fourth one is the overlapping of the 1s orbital of the hydrogen and p orbital of the iodine is very less. This is mainly due to as we move from the top to bottom, the size of the atom increases, also the orbital is also the size of the orbital is also increases because the principal quantum number is also increasing. That's why the overlapping is least in HI. And next is the reducing property. Reducing property of the hydrogen halide is in the same order of the acidity. The reducing property is very high in very high in HI, then HBr, HCl and HF. So the acidity and the reducing property are in the same order. There is no difference. The most acidic hydrogen halide is the HI, that is the most reducing agent. Reducing property is also high for HI. This is mainly due to the four reasons as we discussed earlier. Next is the comparison of the boiling point of hydrogen halide. So here we can see that HF is the maximum boiling point. This is mainly due to for HF there is an hydrogen bonding is existing. That's why HF shows maximum boiling point. While we moving into HCl, there is no hydrogen bonding existing. This is mainly due to the electronegativity difference is decreases while we move from the top to bottom. That's why in HCl there is no hydrogen bonding is existing, and there is a weak van der Waals force is existing in HCl. When we move from HCl to HBr, the weak van der Waals force is increases. That's why when we compare the boiling point of HBr and HCl, HBr is slightly higher, shows the slightly higher boiling point than that of HCl. Now we moving into the next topic, that is the preparation of the hydrochloric acid. The hydrochloric acid laboratory method preparation of the hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is prepared from the sodium chloride and sulfuric acid at two different temperature, that is below 200 degrees Celsius we will get the HCl, but the byproduct is sodium bisulfate, whereas in the case of above 200 degrees Celsius the byproduct is HCl and the product is HCl and sodium sulfate. And next is the uses of the hydrochloric acid. The hydrochloric acid is used in the manufacture of the chlorine and ammonium chloride, and it is also used for the cleaning iron sheet. If there is an rust is there, we can clean the iron sheet by using concentrated hydrochloric acid. Next is it is used in textile and dyeing industries, and it is also used in the medicine. The HCl is used in the preparation of the aqua regia. Aqua regia, we have studied the combination of the aqua regia and the composition. And next application is HCl is used in a laboratory reagent. This is the manufacture of the HCl. Manufacturing method in which hydrogen is allowed to burn in a dry chlorine in silica chamber, and we will get HCl, and this HCl gas is cooled by passing through extremely cooled pipe, and that HCl gas is absorbed in water, and we will get dilute HCl, which is passed in the connecting pipe. And we can see that the commercially available HCl is only 36% strength. This is mainly due to HCl is produced by absorbing HCl gas in water. So we cannot dissolve that much HCl gas in water. That's why the strength is only 36%. Now we are moving into the oxides of the halogen. The fluorine shows two oxides, OF2 and O2F2. The oxidation state is +1 in OF2 and +2 in O2F2. That's why the OF2 is only thermally stable and O2F2 is not stable. And now we are moving into the chlorine. Chlorine shows all the positive oxidation state from +1 to +7 except +2 and +5. And there is a simplest method to study the oxides of the chlorine. That is, the order is like that: ClO2, Cl2O, Cl2O3 and Cl2O6, then Cl2O7. First you write ClO2, the number of the chlorine is 1 and number of the oxygen is 2. Then you add chlorine 1, that is Cl2, and reduce one oxygen, Cl2O. Then after that you add the number of the oxygen by 2. So we will get Cl2O3. Then add again 2 more oxygen, so Cl2O6. Then again add 1 more oxygen, so we will get Cl2O7. Now for the bromine, we can bromine only shows 2 oxides, that is Br2O and BrO2. And iodine shows 3 oxides, I2O4, I2O5 then I2O7. Next is the important topic, that is the structure of the chlorine dioxide. Almost all the compounds of the halogen is very important. The first topic is the chlorine dioxide, ClO2. The ClO2 has a bend shape having the bond angle of the 117.6, and in the ClO2 we can see an odd number of electron in the oxygen. That's why the molecule is contain an odd number of the electron in the oxygen, and they are the speciality of this compound is the ClO bond. One of the ClO bond is formed by the special 3 electron bond. See here, normally every covalent bond is formed by sharing a pair of electron or 2 electrons shared by 2 electron. But in the case of ClO here, in the case of ClO, the bond is formed by 3 electrons, and that is the speciality. 3 electron donate to form a 2-centered bond. Next property is, due to the presence of the odd electron in the molecule, it dimerizes, and this electron can delocalize all over the molecule. That is the structure of the chlorine dioxide.